have this unscrupulous police hanging out here. I went to use the bathroom. It's a good thing I didn't go use the bathroom. It wasn't even open. So they wanted to arrest me the last time for using the bathroom. And I always see them arrest blacks, put them in the site. Something needs to be done. They're hanging out for no good. They arrested a black person one Sunday, October 8th, locked the black person up in the sidewalk. And I happened to know that black guy. Yeah, no, I felt like using the bathroom. It's a good thing the bathroom wasn't open. But they're stuck in the bathroom. They're stuck in the bathroom. They're stuck in the bathroom, and this is a health hazard. You know, I see them, they were looking towards the bathroom. It's a good thing the bathroom's not open. They are treating blacks like niggers. FIFA, don't bring the work up here. You know. I was on the train also, a black American woman, police officer came and woke me up on the train on Coney Island. So both the black American police and the white are targeting Africans to treat us like niggers, as Trump is arresting Africans in Canal Street. So it's a racial society. You know, even a black American guy, some of the white police arrested him also. So they're targeting, the black American police are targeting Africans, the white police are targeting black Americans. So it's crazy. This Eric Adams has turned it into a real cesspool where you can't even use the bathroom. You pay your subway fare, and the MTA is protecting these people. The kids also, an MTA worker said the kids are going to be killing people on the train. I've noticed a lot of the black American kids try to ambush on the train. Said, the kids are driving the train now, hijacking the train. I've been on the train before where they hijacked the train. They would burst the conductor's cabinet open and took over the train. So this is a madhouse whereby the most violent police are taking over and abusing the poor blacks like me. My mother's been killed also. Her own daughter's friend that's crazy here in New York. Locked her up in the sidewalk. So it's like a madhouse where the most violent people are able to get away with shit. As long as you have a weapon or you're physically aggressive. Our daughters are very aggressive. Bolala, especially that Bolala, she was arrested in the power. She was a teenager. She used to beat my mother up in Nigeria, and my mother, when she got here to America, she beat up the white family she was staying with. And she has now killed my mother, framed her up as crazy in 2015, locked her up in a sidewalk. So this is what is happening, where violence is at least let you survive longer in this society. Yeah, they do kill the violent people also, because you may encounter a more violent person than you, and their police are I was on the train today, and this black American woman police was coming to bang on my seat, telling me to wake up. I'm anemic, It was so cold, they left the train door open. So they're it's just, the people with more power will taunt the weaker person. You have the black American police targeting Africans like me, and the white police and Spanish police are targeting black Americans. So this Eric Adams has turned to a cesspool of racial abuse. And even the white and Spanish police also target Africans like this. So we Africans, we're the most powerless. We're just waiting to be targeted and abused. It was a good thing I didn't go to the bathroom. The bathroom, God's really saved me, because I see them lock up. They told me I should never use the bathroom. And they said they used to do it to the blacks. During slavery, Africans are not allowed to use indoor plumbing. So I believe this Eric Adams, he brought this policy, which they've been using to target Africans, beat them up on Canal Street for selling handbags. He told his police to be aggressive. That police has now backfired, because they're even aggressive to his fellow black American. Even when his fellow black American was killed on the train, because this Eric Adams was inciting violence against people like me as an African. He said he doesn't want the homeless Africans coming here. And Jordan Neely, a homeless black American, was complaining that he saw expressing hostility. And the white guy went and choked Jordan Neely dead. Eric Adams started that policy whereby people were targeting the homeless for really clean and even considering us violent. I said, such policies in the past, such blanket policy of criminalizing poor blacks have led to mass lynching. So this Eric Adams, I said, it especially target me as a West African. He said, the migrants coming in from West Africa are going to damage the economy of this city. So he doesn't really mind people coming in from South America. The migrants, he noticed some West Africans are coming in. So that's just too much for New York to handle. And I've been appealing to him because my case is different. I'm not just a West African migrant. My mother was a U.S. citizen. And our home was vacated.
Are you hungry?
No, it's don't worry. Our home was vacated by the city of New York in 2010. So there's a court order since the 1990s that anybody vacated from a basement apartment should be given a hotel room, put in a special housing, private hotel room with toilets and bath, with private bathroom and kitchen, and but they refused to honor that court order for me and my late mother. And since then, my mother has been killed. So I contact Eric Adams almost every time on Instagram. That can he honor that agreement, put me in the appropriate housing? Because there were some black Americans that had a fire in the Bronx last year. And he went to the Bronx and got them placed in the right hotel room. Because they were vacated also like him and late mother. And he doesn't respond to me. He doesn't, so it's like he's leaving me out here to be harmed. The general shelter, me and my mother stayed in the general shelter, were abused so bad. We had to be sharing the bathroom. And I'm always experiencing problem while sharing the bathroom. So that's why I've been to the general shelter setting. But I have diarrhea and it's always a problem sharing the bathroom. So I'm just trying to save myself the headache. Because they always abuse me anytime I'm sharing the common bathroom. The communal bathroom. So that's why I'm not so eager to go to the general shelter set. Even my mother, she suffered a lot. She tried all the general shelters there, and she went from one general shelter to another. They were bothering her so much as an old lady. She had to go to Pennsylvania to go live with her daughters, and those daughters ended up killing her. My mother said one of them was poisoning her with current freeze poison. So my mother came back to New York to escape those daughters, and she was admitted at Bellevue Hospital for heart disease. And those daughters came to that hospital to kill her. Even without my mother didn't even tell them the name of the hospital. She didn't know they were able to find her. And they killed her until they were 15. So the most violent people I've been involved until they meet a more violent person. So it's like a madhouse. We African immigrants that have power, that appear to be powerless, so they've just been targeted left and right. So those white police, they're up to no good. At the 34th Street Area Square, I've seen them arrest a black American male, framed him up as crazy, and that guy wasn't crazy. I've known that. I've been homeless for 15 years, so I know a lot of the homeless. I don't know them personally, but that particular black American man, I've interacted with him before. It's been crazy. He was arrested on October 8, 2025. And I've been trying to get him released. Nobody puts me in my I sent emails to organizations and stuff. No response. So sometimes they use sometimes all these legal organizations wish, the worst happens to somebody. So they can use that as an excuse to file a lawsuit for other people that they prefer to help. I'm trying to use the background real bad. Usually they open the bathroom at 5 a.m. They change out the policies just because they see by 5 a.m. I'm always in the bathroom. So they delayed it to 7 a.m. I'm trying to use the bathroom. So as an African, they gang mobbed me in the train station. They just want me to suffer and not succeed because I've been trying to sue the police department. Yeah, so the phone has been working with the government officials to change all the rules on me, watching on the camera, to make it easy for me to be framed up as crazy. They say crazy people have no rights here, and the police can then arrest you for being crazy and beat you up and kill you in the process. So this is what they normally do in the prisons. They frame an immigrant or a prisoner up as crazy. Either the corruption officers will beat that prisoner to death. So the chances of survival is lessened astronomically if you're considered crazy in the society. Even I was reading about another city, Oklahoma.
God, that nail is sharp, dude.
Can you stop picking on people? So I'm a Nigerian, I'm a female, and they have guns, they heckle me. So this curriculum told them to be using us Africans as punching bags by their police. And they started to be looking at everything about the homeless and mocking us. They don't give me peace of mind. They heckle me, and the police are bullies. They choke my friend Oregano to death. So it's like signing a death warrant. And they make fun of me. They sometimes, when I use the bathroom, they come and stand close to me at the Standard Ferry to sniff my butt. Sometimes I'm not able to evacuate properly because I have constipation. And so that can cause your backside to be, if you're constipated, it can cause your backside to, smelly. So they really feel like I'm an animal for auction.